Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Calvin Tobin Show. I am your host, Calvin Tobin. Today we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. All right, it's easy to be all right at something. It's easy to be okay at something, and it's even easy to be good at something. What's not easy is to be great at something, and it's even harder to be great consistently, and it's even harder than that to be consistently great for years on end. And Connor McDavid has been great for years on end in his entire NHL career, in the toughest era of hockey the NHL has ever seen. And because of the greatness that he is continuously putting up year after year, he's now being compared to legends of the past for what they did back in the day in their careers. And what Connor McDavid has done this year is he has notched 100 points in 56 games or less for the second time in his career. The first time he ever did it was back in the 2021 season, where the season was shortened to 56 games. But here's the thing, it's more impressive this time around, but I'll get to that in a second. With Connor McDavid's 100-point season, he got his 100th point on Saturday night against the New York Rangers with an assist to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Now, the reason it's more impressive this time around than it was when he got the 100 points or the 105 points in 56 games in the 2020-2021 season is because that 2020-2021 season is where when it was shortened, it was mostly playing against the same teams over and over and over, which made it even easier for some players to get by and score on the goalie even easier, because you know the team's defensive mechanism and offensive mechanism on a more consistent and easier basis because they continuously play each other. This time around, it was a full, real 82-game schedule with playing against all kinds of teams. McDavid has been so unreal this season. It's been continuously crazy to watch because he is continuously flying by and bobbing and weaving between players on a nightly basis. And because of it, that is the reason why he has 102 points in 57 games this year thus far. He has 102 points, 42 goals, and 60 assists, and he leads the league in all three categories. And to add to that greatness is that he is also has 16 power play goals, which is third in the league. And to add to the greatness, even more of what he is producing in front of us is he is 20 points ahead of second place, and second place is his teammate Leon Draisaitl with 82 points. That's how great Connor McDavid is. And because of how great he has been throughout his entire career, McDavid is now being compared to Wayne Gretzky, and it's unreal, really unreal, and hard to believe that he's being compared to Wayne Gretzky, because Wayne is so undisputedly the GOAT in the NHL. Gretzky has so many records that never will be broken at all, especially his point record with 2,800 plus points in his career. Connor McDavid, the way he's going to be able to be looked at as the true GOAT of hockey by the time his career is all said and done, he's going to need to score 2,000 points along with getting 3 cups. And he's well on his way to getting that, because he is averaging 100 points every single season, and he is 1 point shy of getting 800 points. And the next game he plays is tomorrow night against the Philadelphia Flyers, and based on the pace he is on right now, he's on pace for 146 points. And because of that pace, it's almost and practically a guarantee that he is going to get that 800 point against Philadelphia. Now, right now, we are trying to see who is going to be the next team to get 40 wins on the season other than the Boston Bruins, because they are the first ones to get 40 wins because they are on a historic pace right now, and they still have a chance because there is 26 games left in the season. They still have a chance to get to 60 wins. They just got to win at a continuous rate, but it's going to be hard because 26 games left and they have 42 wins. That's cutting it really, really close. So we're going to see if they're going to be able to do it. But other than that, the next closest teams to 40 wins are the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils, because they both have 37 wins, and they're both tied for the wins, at least for first place in the Metropolitan Division with 37 wins right there. But the Carolina Hurricanes just have the edge over the New Jersey Devils with points because they have 82, while the New Jersey Devils have 79. And for what has transpired over the last month and a half, these guys continuously win games over and over and over, because Carolina has won 12 of their last 14 games, while the New Jersey Devils have won 13 of their last 17 games. So, and the only difference between these two teams based on points is just overtime losses, because with those overtime losses, obviously they're able to get that extra point, which is able to push the Hurricanes into first place. And they both won their last game, with the Carolina Hurricanes beating the Washington Capitals 4-1, and the New Jersey Devils beat the Winnipeg Jets 4-2. Now, with what the New Jersey Devils have done this season, it's been unreal to watch, because they have now won 10 more games than they did all of last year. They won only 27 games last year, and it's crazy because they became an entirely different team this year. They're not even recognizable for what they were last year, especially when it comes to scoring. And Jack Hughes has been at the forefront of that for the New Jersey Devils, because he is having the season of his life. He is 1 point away from getting 70 points on the season, and he has already passed his career high, and he's still continuing to rise up in the occasion of game in and game out. And he leads his team in goals and points on the season. And it's crazy because of how dominant the New Jersey Devils have been on offense, because they're top 5 in goals scored per game, and they are top 10 in goals allowed. And it's all thanks to what their 4 top players have done, and Jack Hughes has been leading the way from there, because he has 69 points right now, and they have 3 other players that have all scored or all got 50 plus points each, and it's all totaling 199 points just among those 4 guys. And here's the thing: getting the points is the easy part, but the hard part is keeping the biscuit from the basket. And this is what has been keeping us hockey fans keeping a close eye on these Devils, because of that defensive domination that the Devils have been able to put up throughout the season. Because what they've done this year, it's very rare for what the Devils are doing this year. It's one of those extreme rare years where a team goes from worst to first. And with what they've done on defense, is the very definition of that, because last year they were 29th in goals allowed per game with 3.68, and they have completely improved all the way up to 4th, going to 2.62 goals per game. And when it came to the offseason, it was definitely a smart move to pick up the young stud and Vanacek, who is in his 3rd year, and he has been having one hell of a season with the New Jersey Devils having 24 wins on the season already. And that's just as the goalie, and that just shows you how much more impressive the Devils have been this year. And in the Devils Winnipeg game showed the very latest of what we have seen from the Devils all year long. And how this game went down was, this game started off with both teams having a defensive mindset, going back and forth, bashing each other against the walls, constantly blocking shots, constant give and takeaways. But here's the thing: the scoring didn't happen until the end of the first period, where 3 goals were scored in the final 5 minutes. But the 3 goals were scored in a 3-minute span, where Winnipeg got 2 goals out of it and New Jersey was able to score 1. But once that second period hit, it was all New Jersey from there, because New Jersey continuously stayed in Winnipeg's zone, not letting Winnipeg have a shot at all to have the puck. And they did and were able to get the puck on multiple separate occasions, but every time that they got it, it was on multiple breakaway chances. But out of all of the shots, and there were many scoring chances where either team should have scored, but not one shot fell. And then once that third period happened, this is where the New Jersey Devils took over, because they scored 3 goals in this period. But and 2 of the 3 goals that they scored were in a 2-minute span. And most of this game, before they even got back to scoring, is they were down 2-1 for most of the game. And then once they hit the 13-minute mark, this is where the Devils finally took the lead, and where they had a 3-2 lead. And from there, they never looked back, and they're able to get their 4th and final goal on an empty net at the end of the game. And because of New Jersey winning this game, they have won a back-to-back against Pittsburgh and Winnipeg, and they have won their 3rd game in the last 5 days. All right. That's the end of the Calvin Tobin Show. Please subscribe to my channel at Calvin Tobin Show so you don't miss out on any sports media. And please follow me on Instagram at Calvin Tobin Show so you don't miss out on any sports news whatsoever. And